Hello, 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 everyone. Are you, Solange, did you share on Facebook already?
No, I still have to go to Facebook to
Okay, so
have
I'm
an extra
talking to.
input here. So,
Oh,
back to hello, everyone. Happy Sunday.
happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. When you're live on Facebook, let me know, please.
Yep, I actually think I am. Yeah, so you should be able to see us live on Facebook now.
Okay, let me refresh and see what's happening. Um, let me
Yep,
refresh.
I see us live.
We're live. I just realized I don't know how to use Facebook anymore. Uh,
Need some schooling, girl. Happy Sunday, everyone.
is this my Facebook page? Okay. Happy Sunday. So I don't know what's happening with my Facebook profile.
We
Hello,
cannot.
everyone. Happy Sunday. And I hope it's been 2 weeks since we came here. It's because life happens, of course. It doesn't mean that we don't value this time. And we know there are some people who are always looking forward to this day at this time of the day on every Sunday. But then for the past 2 weeks, we've had different events that kind of prevented us from coming to this space. But we miss that because we enjoy talking and reaching out to you. So for all those mothers in the US, every woman who acts as a mother to a child, happy Mother's Day. For those of you who are celebrating today, happy Mother's Day. To my mom or our mom and my siblings, my friends, happy Mother's Day to you all. And I hope you enjoy. Today we'll be talking about Mother's Day. We'll be talking, it's just an open conversation. Then we'll bring in our mom. We'll talk about some fun facts about Mami Che, and for those of you who know Mami Chair, please, if you have some fun facts about her, you also drop it in the chat. We know she's a woman that is just full of so many things, and we'd just like to highlight her today and celebrate her today with all the mothers out there. We don't take anyone that has acted in our lives as a mother or has provided support for us in any kind of way. We wish you all and we appreciate all those efforts.
Yep. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers out there. And this edition today, as I just mentioned, we're going freestyle because we want this to come from within, right? We want to talk about it. We want to be able to have a chat about, yes, it's Mother's Day. What does Mother's Day mean to you? And in the course of doing that, so this is going to be again, of course, our opinion, as we always state. Everything on this House of Chair Girls live show is our opinion, right? And our point of view that we bring out to you, and you have the choice as a human being to either agree or disagree with us, which is fine, because that is what makes life. That is what actually makes life worth living. And we are excited to be here. We want to be able to share with you, to talk with you, to read your comments, and also get your thoughts about different things that surround Mother's Day. Right. So you're all welcome. We appreciate your time. And again, it's a beautiful day out here in Nashville. I couldn't have asked for more than to just wake up today feeling inspired to share this day with you, our dear listeners. So I'm honored to be here. Thank you all so much.
Okay. Right now, I'm just trying to share the link with some friends and on Facebook as well.
Okay.
So, yep, that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm looking to the side.
Awesome. And again, if you're watching us, please send Mother's Day shout out. We are going to be doing Happy Mother's Day shout out. All you need to do is put it in the comment section and we're going to read it out. So, to all those special people in your life that you want to wish Happy Mother's Day to, go ahead and put it in a comment. If you want it to stay in the comment, Just write it. If you want us to give a shout out, read it out loud, add some hearts to it. So I'll be looking for those heart symbols in order to know if this person wants this Happy Mother's Day wishes to be read out loud, or they just want it to stay in the comment section. So go ahead and leave your Happy Mother's Day shout outs in the comment section, and we will be reading those out. If you have any fun facts about somebody you're celebrating today, be it your mother, be it your wife, your sister, friend, go ahead and add it in the comment section. We want to make this as fun and as interactive as possible.
Yep.
So, Ice, this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
you, and you know what I do. I am the wannabe journalist here. What does Mother's Day mean to you, Ice Chair?
Damn, I didn't expect that.
Some stuff from me.
Uh,
Take them.
So, Mother's Day, I've never really read about Mother's Day. I wish I read about Mother's Day before this show. But then I feel like every day is Mother's Day for me, and it's about celebrating the women in my life that support the support systems that I have as women who support me as mother, as a mother, or as mothers. Then also, I think I have acted as a mother. Like, I think motherhood was forced upon me by my sisters and siblings. So I just found myself acting like a mom and acting like mommy chair at some point. Yes, I don't have a biological child of mine at this point, but I feel like my sisters, you, Geraldine, Charlene, Tutu, Ngwewa, all of you, you just forced motherhood on me. So I feel like it's beautiful to take care of someone else. It can be nerve-wracking to be responsible of a human being, another human being, knowing that everything about them is your responsibility. And I don't have a biological child of my own, but then at those moments where I spend time with my nieces and nephews, the way I want to protect them, the level in which I can go to protect them, then I feel like, what are you guys feeling? The anxiety. I get to be able to feel some of that anxiety that, hey, your child is, so my niece or Crystal or Haley. I remember when you traveled to Germany the first time, you were there for 2 weeks, and Haley was our responsibility, Charlene and I. That that feel, those 2 weeks, I could not do anything or stay out. And that was the first time I saw a newborn child that small. Haley was the first. So for me, it's a beautiful thing that, and just growing up, seeing them grow up and getting these different milestones, reaching these different milestones. When Haley started talking, hey, Auntie, I remember one day I lost my ID card and she picked a piece of paper, Auntie Eyes, a card, a card. Like every milestone she had, I was really part of it. So it's a beautiful thing. And for me, celebrating these women that do everything, they'll put themselves on the lifeline to protect their children. It's something we should do every day, but today is just one of those days that reminds us, if you've forgotten that, hey, you need to check on your mom, please do it. Today is just a reminder, but every day you should celebrate these women or
Awesome.
mothers.
Just
Yeah.
by you saying that, I remember when we were chatting this morning on my way to church, I was like, hey, Ice, you know what? There was a topic we wanted to talk about, but what about we switch gears a little bit and talk about Mother's Day today? Let's celebrate Mother's Day with our listeners. And you're like, oh, you know what? Mother's Day is every day. I know that's what you said. And I'm like, yeah, I think I've heard that quite a bit. Yes, Mother's Day is every day. But I still believe, I'm one of the people, I believe that it is important that on a day like this, because it's a day that has been dedicated to mothers, right? Let's be, even if you do it every day, elevate it today. You get it? So if you're that person that celebrates your mom, the mothers in your life, not only your mom, As I always like to draw the distinction, because sometimes we feel like mothers are only the people who biologically gave birth to us, but we also, you and I, again, growing up, we know that there are some mother figures that we've come across that did not necessarily give birth to us. Just like now, the example you just gave about how you, Haley, when I left Cameroon to Germany for the first time, Haley was a baby, right? And your experience, that gives you that experience as a mother. It doesn't mean that Haley is your biological child, but you had the opportunity to live that feeling. God forbid if I wasn't here today, I'm sure that Haley would be with you. You get it? So we also want to be able to celebrate those women who, even though do not have biological kids, have dedicated time, have dedicated their energy to take care of children. I believe that Mother's Day is not for biological mothers. It is for all those women who have dedicated their time, their energy, their resources to support any kid in the world. So a big shout out to all those women in particular, because they are the ones that are going above and beyond. It takes special grace for a woman to to genuinely take care of another person's baby. Right. So I want to give a special shout out to all those women as well. I appreciate you all. I see, hey, thank you so much, Vali, for joining. We see you. He says we are live, and I see our favorite, our one and only Ari Packer is on. Welcome, Ari Packer. Happy Mother's Day to you. And she says, Happy Mother's Day to all my sisters, mothers, and women who put their lives on pause to raise others, just like you are doing. See, the job, not the hardest job ever, but it is a beautiful kind of heartache. See, Tutu, the mother you are today is one that sometimes I just think of you. I called you this morning, and as usual, you did not pick up your phone, but I left a voice note and just wanted to remind you that seeing you be a mother of your own children has been one of the most beautiful things I've experienced, that I've watched since we gathered together in the US. And I want to tell you today that you are doing an amazing job. Yes, challenges will come, just as you say, there are headaches, but never forget to take that time to enjoy that joy of motherhood. Happy Mother's Day to you, to my dear. We love you. Okay.
Happy Mother's Day, Tootsie baby.
Awesome. So yeah, we're talking Mother's Day, Ice, and again, I threw that first question out at you, and just because I wanted you to give your own perspective of what Mother's Day means to you, and you did you all again in the course of summarizing what you just said. I definitely said what it means to me as well, and the kind of people I really think to this day I want to particularly think of them because of that extra mile that if you ask me to go. There were times that I feel like locking mine up in her room for the whole day because of you call it anxiety, because of the stress, because of the kinds of things she does sometimes. And I ask myself, oh God, do I really have to deal with this? But you find that you don't have a choice, right? I have to. And to think of it that it's somebody that I spend my whole day with, we share the same space, just the two of us. There is no way I can run away from her. But again, just that one moment when she picks up my phone and she writes this, like, we were going to church today, and she told me that she had left a message on my status on Facebook, and she doesn't have WhatsApp on her phone, but she took a picture of us, and that's how smart my 13-year-old is. She recently just turned 13, so I am now a mother to a teenager.
Mom.
She took my phone and she left. I only read the message when we left church, and I was like, oh God, these are beautiful words. Sometimes when she says those beautiful things, it takes away all those moments that I felt like, God, I just want to lock this child up. I just want to give her that bahan. You get it? So again, when these beautiful words come up, it just reminds us that this whole motherhood of a task, right? God gives us these children to take care of them on his behalf. We are caregivers, right? This whole journey, it has challenges, but the truth is that those sweet moments of being a mother, they are just overwhelmingly beautiful. And that is how I felt today. That is how I felt today when I got out of bed. And the first thing is I got a bouquet of flowers in my room, and my brother-in-law, Leonard Tembo, and the kids made me breakfast. They served me breakfast before church. It's been a long time I ate before going to church. Gave me beautiful flowers and a beautiful card. That is that feeling of motherhood when you make. These are things that they will do for me within the week as we all live. But today just felt special. That's why I say if you're that kind of person who celebrates the mothers in your life every day, today is that day to elevate it a little bit, right? Do something special. So thanks again to everyone that has wished us, that's wished me and every mother out there a happy Mother's Day. Yes, Ice.
So,
What?
hello everyone. Just for those who are watching online, please send shout outs to the mothers that you want to celebrate today. Just drop that in the chat so we have this going. We can give that shout out. If they don't see it today, somebody else might see it. And guess what? God can hear you.
Yeah, God sees you. Remember,
Yeah.
we all know that He's
Yeah. Yeah. So
give your
send your shout outs.
yes,
Yeah.
please. Awesome. So, Ice, what are some of the things, right? When we hear of Mother's Day, here you are a daughter, one of the 5 daughters of our own. I don't even have an adjective to describe her. There is no words in the world to describe Mamiche. But here you are today. What are some of the things that you, as a daughter, will do for a Mother's Day?
For Mother's Day, I think the things that I do regularly are just the things that I do. So if you're asking the things that I do to her on a Mother's Day, I've called her this morning, but she it didn't go through. She didn't pick, so it didn't ring. But then regular, I've been speaking with her all week, so I don't feel like I have to do extra. So I just called today and I left a joke. I left a voice note with a joke, saying something really stupid to her, just to make her smile. So there's nothing. I celebrate her every day. I talk to her. We fight, but then she's still that. I was talking to a friend this morning, and I asked him like, "Have you called your mom?" She's like, "Not yet." I'm like, you know what? I haven't called my mom, but I spoke with her. I think we spoke about 3 times this week because I needed to check on her since she's not feeling very well. But then she's that person that you fight. I fight with, we quarrel, but that one person that just melts. It's like a melting pot. Like when I'm struggling with something, I have anxiety. I don't need to tell her what I'm struggling with, and I just when we speak with her, I just feel better. It just
Yeah.
feels better. Like she's always encouraging all the time. Like there's always a good side to everything to her,
Yeah.
which is something that you need at a certain point. Now I'm getting emotional, which is something that we all need. That one person that will always be your fighter, will always fight for you, always be there for you. And I think she's all of that. And I know my other siblings, if they're watching, they can testify.
Yes, that is true. And again, if you're listening to us, send us hearts, share the video. Again, there is no other mother we can talk about today as much as we'll talk about our own mother, right? We are so blessed to have her. We are so honored that at this stage in life, we still have her around us. We still have her doing all the things that she did for us from babyhood till today. So again, there is not much we can say without referencing her, going back and forth to like, hey, who is this person? And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you watching us know our famous Mami Chair, and again, our famous Mami Achu. And the selflessness of
And
this.
the queen, the princess of the Akum royal family, put that in there. That
Oh
too.
yes, yes, she is a princess, and who made her princess? Our own sweetest grandma. Happy Mother's Day to Manto Mama Marceline Ngwenyi Nzikum. That's our mother's mother. She is one of the queens of Akum village, and she is the sweetest person you can ever meet. I named my daughter Haley after her because she is one person that even in the whole, like, you know how families can get, right? Again, if you know anything about a royal family, if you know anything about palaces, like all these big, you know how to, when you come from a family that you happen not to even know your cousins, right? You know how they can be, they can get chaotic sometimes. And this is that one woman that in spite of what, no matter what is happening, there is always that calmness. She's that one person that brings calmness. She's always that one person that will tell you to take a deep breath. She is a solution to every problem, right? So we give a big shout out to our grandmother, Mama Marcelingwe Nzikum, on this Mother's
Yep.
Day as well. So yes, Ice, because we're talking about Mamiche, we're talking about Mother's Day again. Happy Mother's Day! Again, we should give a shout out to our mothers in the family. We've called out Manta, we've called out Mamiche. Happy Mother's Day! So I'm gonna go first to go with the next person, right?
Mhm.
Again, let me see if you get this right. We're going to go chronologically. Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to do. Don't put me on the spot. Just do what you're supposed to do. I'm not doing this.
No, I'm
Just go
just
ahead.
okay. Okay, think of it. If I have to go, Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Molo Geraldine Che, our first in the house of Che. Happy Mother's Day to you, Mamolo. You have been a beautiful big sister. You have been that big sister that is so kind, but also slightly annoying, especially to me. But
She's not annoying to me. That's my person.
she
That's
is
my G.
very annoying sometimes, but she is a very beautiful heart. Again, I think some episodes ago, we talked about entitlement. We talked about what happens when people travel out of home, right? And they go to different places. And it so happened that when we all came to the US, Geraldine was our harbor. She is our harbor.
She's my hot bottle today. I told her to that when
That's
I
what I'm
moved
saying.
back
She
in.
is she is our harbor, right? She is that one spot, that one stop shop. Like even though when I moved out of her house and I was going away, I was like, hey, I told her and her husband, I was like, hey, I thank you people so much for this opportunity. I thank you people for welcoming me into the States, for putting me, for helping me understand what the US is all about. But I also made it clear to them that as I pack my boxes and my daughter's boxes and we go out of this house, it is me going to test the waters. I want to give myself that opportunity. I know for sure if I wanted to, I'll still be in Maryland. I'll still be in their home today. But I needed to go out and test the waters. And I made it clear to them that, hey, if I go out there and it doesn't work, if I need to retreat and re strategize, I am coming right back. Right. And I made that very clear. And I bet you that she and her husband, Uncle Larry, they are one that is a family that no matter what happens in the world today, in the US today, I know that I can run back to. And so we want to wish you happy Mother's Day. You're not just a mother to Chris and Crystal, you're also a mother to us, your younger ones. And we appreciate you. We love you. And we pray that you, as you keep being our amazing big sister, you might walk a little bit on the annoying side of you. Yes. So that's what I meant by chronology. So I've spoken about Geraldine. It's your turn to talk about Valley. Who in Valley's life are you gonna wish Happy Mother's Day to?
Happy Mother's Day. First of all, I want to wish Happy Mother's Day. I feel like Vali is he's a lucky guy, right? To have um two women that are actually helping him to bring up those handsome boys right now. That's a lucky guy, man. I want to wish a very happy Mother's Day to our own mommy Stan, who is always a mom. Like that harbor, like you mentioned a harbor in the States, she was my harbor in Cameroon, right? She's a selfless person, always giving. I remember she would call us even when she was still an intern in her bank, putting on her funny suits or funny coats to go to work, but she would still spend the last dime, and she's doing that every day for every child within the family. And our mommy Le, who was taking 90 days to shrink down, like to cut down and be the sexy wife. Our Kim, happy Mother's Day to her. She's just a beautiful girl and determined lady, which we see on the social media, putting her mind to something and just bringing it to life.
Yeah.
And thanking her for giving us such wonderful boys, and my all time Bensi of life, my best friend Bensi. So happy Mother's Day, mommy. Like,
Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day, Anzin. We love you and just keep being you. Keep taking care of that young man and let him just keep enjoying you as his beautiful wife. Then next, I will talk about Della, Delato. Happy Mother's Day to you, Della. Della is DJ's wife, Valerie's wife. We love you. You are a beautiful sister in law. You've given us, you took, I always tell you that you took away my rights of being twin mom. You stole my manhood, right? That's what I told you when you gave birth to the twins. And it is such an honor that, again, in the family, you're that one person that finally brought us twins. I am a twin lover, and I keep praying that even in my old age, if God wants to give me another child, may those kids be twins. So we want to thank you so much for blessing us with the amazing kids that you and your hubby have. We thank you for taking care of them and for being there for him, right? For being there, for being his support system, because yes, life does happen, and being back home and trying to go through life and doing things, we continue to thank God that you're there, and we continue to pray that you too enjoy your love life, right? Do not forget your love story. Enjoy your love life, live your love story, and continue to be the amazing parents that you are. Happy Mother's Day, Della. You're next.
oh, am I supposed to be wishing happy Mother's Day to you now? I don't know.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay, Mother's Day.
let's make this quick right now. So happy Mother's Day to you, Solange. You brought the first grandchild to our home, and that was a good experience, not just for you, but for the entire family. I saw how happy our parents were, and I saw how a student, like, take bringing up Haley from the UB, from Germany, now in the States. You traveled with that child all over the world, and you've done an amazing job. Sometimes I'm just annoyed when you just shout at her like that, but then it's fine. I think you're doing a wonderful job with Haley.
Hello.
She's a good kid, no matter what. Like Chris, I know I complain about them, but Haley and Chris, those are good kids. I can't even complain. They are good kids.
We
So happy
appreciate them.
Mother's Day to you. Happy Mother's Day to you, and keep doing the job. And those twins are gonna come anyways.
Amen to that. And finally, you already wish happy Mother's Day to you and Sandrine. That's fine. So
Mm.
finally, happy Mother's Day to our own last born, our Benjamin, right? Happy Mother's Day to Charlene. Charlene has a beautiful mother story. She has a beautiful family story. One which I always tell her that if I were to turn back the hands of time, I want to have her kind of life. I always tell her that she's my copycat, that she is living the life I envisioned for myself. And that is why I admire her and her family so much, right? This morning, her husband was the first person to wish me happy Mother's Day. We served breakfast and a bouquet of flowers and some good gifts for my home. So it just tells you the kind of home they have. I want to wish her a marvelous, happy Mother's Day because she is a beautiful mom. She is so young, yet so good at what she does. I watch her sometimes and I wish that, oh God, I pray that someday if I have a child, again, Haley was a community child. We all brought Haley up. If someday I have another baby, I want to be able to cater for them and take care of them and be the kind of mother that Charlene is. I watch her take kids to the park in the sun to go play because the kids need to get out. That's something that I bet you, I swear to you, I will not just wake up and do. Sandrine does that too. It is not my thing. So I always just give them kudos. Like, why would I be going out there in the sun because kids want to play? So those are things I admire a lot when I see people doing it because I know it is not my first line of thought. So happy Mother's Day, Charlene. Wheels the colon. We love you and just keep being the amazing mommy and wife that you are. You are taking the right path, and I see our mom in you every day. I see Mamiche in you, and I hope that God gives you the life, provides for you, and just makes you the amazing person that you are. So thank you so much. I'm not seeing anybody giving a shout out, except I'm not seeing the comments right. But I need you all to give a shout out to someone, to give a shout out to a mother in your life in the comment section, please. And we are going to read that out. So we are looking forward to that. It's memories. Let's switch gears a bit. I think that's what we need to talk about. Some fun
No, I need
facts.
to give a shout out to my mother of my best friend, Sansingwe. Happy Mother's Day to my Aunt Singwe, and
Where it's not
that's
watching us.
yeah, I know she's not, but I have to say that's the mother of my best friend, and thank you for bringing my best friend to life, my Cami.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all of them. And again, if we have to call out mothers here, it's
There are
going.
so many of them.
Yes, I
Yeah,
called Auntie Nez this morning. Happy Mother's Day, Madame Dikuba Nestin. You are a mother to us. I called Auntie B. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Happy Mother's Day to Mommy Flor. Happy Mother's Day to Mom Tembo here. Again, happy Mother's Day to you all. There's quite a few mothers in our lives that if we have to keep enumerating, we'll go on. But again, the ones that we've called are the ones that we have direct contact. We happy Mother's Day to all my friends that are moms. We wish you all the best and let's enjoy this day, right? And
and a
please,
very happy one to Mami Jang.
Mami Jang, happy Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Yeah.
Yeah, we do love you all. And again, it is amazing to have experienced this motherhood with all of you that we've named and going through this journey of motherhood with all of you. Happy Mother's Day to you all. And I see the first shout out comes from Vali. A shout out to Mamiche for removing burning wood from the fire and running after me. Here are those fun facts coming up now. These are the things that Mamiche would do. So, happy Mother's Day, Mamiche. You are a rock. Oh God. Yes, guys. Vali did spill out the first fun facts about Mamiche. Happy Mother's Day. So I'm hoping that our other siblings that are watching, or if you're watching and you know Mamiche, or your own mom, right? Or your own or any other mother in your life, and you want to give a shout out, please put it in the comments. We want to make this as fun as possible. Fun fact, Mamiche.
Mami I don't even know that lady. She has a lot. One thing that is very common with her is if my friend visits, she just takes over the conversation. I'm like, wow, that's not your friend. She takes over the conversation and takes it away. And I don't even have time to talk with my friend. So she's you guys always say, you still are friends.
It's the
Our
same
mom,
thing. I was just
she
going to
does.
say that.
She
It's what you
does.
do.
Yeah.
You still
So.
those friends.
So maybe I don't have time to make friends, so you just do the selection and bring it home and I take it. So, so yeah, that's one thing about her.
Stolen, yeah. So she does that too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
probably a family thing. Awesome. And when it gives that expression, let me start by saying the sweetest thing about her in recent years, right? There is a lot more, but the first thing I want to talk about is that moment I pick up my phone and I'll call her Rosie Babes, and I'll say Sherry Coco. The moment she takes that phone and she's like, so babes, I bet you that my heart melts. Like, I think I told someone, no, I was sitting somewhere with someone and I called her. As soon as she answered the phone, I was on loudspeaker and she was like, so babe, see, my friend Chris. She was, did your mother just call you so babes? I was like, yeah, she's
Yeah.
cool.
She's very cool. Like that the other day he was like, I see. How are you? I'm like, yeah,
that cool.
cool.
So again, it just melts my heart. Some days when I just sit and I thank God for her, I'm like, God, when I speak to this woman and she says all those things, it's just beautiful how a mother can have a relationship with her children from babyhood to adulthood and just maintains this relationship so well.
Oh man, but don't get it twisted. That coolness can just go out the window immediately. So
You see,
it flips.
that Vali had right.
that coolness just goes out the window immediately as soon as you do something wrong. So don't get it twisted.
We see the next comment from Vali. He says, shout out to Mamiche for taking DJ Baba to mess up his
I've not seen the comments.
hairstyle. So my brother gets a hairstyle and comes back home. And Mamiche takes him back to that Baba to mess it up. Right? You see, I see, and Vali says, she calls me Michelle, right? Juliana Michelle. You see, so this woman is so cool. Like, again, just as I said, but I bet you do not get it twisted. As cool as she is, she can be a pain in your butt. Okay, do not get it twisted. And that is why it's so fun, because it's a mixture of all of these things. That is why it's just beautiful.
I need to take Charlene's comment. So Charlene said, let me add context to that story. So
are you going to read the comments first?
Yes. They say shout out to Mamiche. Shout out to Mamiche for kicking me to wake up when I pretended to faint. So perspective. Charlene was trying to disrespect Charlene on a Christmas day about 15 years ago. So Charlene pretended Mamiche slapped her, and Charlene pretended that she had fainted. So Mamiche came to her like, you fainted, pum, kick her again, and she got up running. So those are the moments when you feel like, oh, your mother will be like, oh, she fainted, let's get her to the hospital. No, she kicked your ass and you got up and you continue doing your chores. So shout out to Mamiche for doing that. Oh man.
Big shout out to Mamiche for that. Oh God, see, I'm tearing up.
So more fun fact. So I remember I like games, like I like sports. So growing up, I used to play everything from basketball to football. So I went and I was always riding bicycles around the neighborhood. Magic. So Mamiche will come and remove me from the football or basketball court, and like she doesn't care if you're your friends or no matter where you are, she's going to beat you on the spot and drag your ass home. So that woman, she can be very cool, but then, and she does not care if it's your child. Rodrigo will run away from her, Luella will run away from her. She does not care. As long as she knows your family, she has a good relationship with your parents. Even if she does not have a good relationship with your parents, as long as she knows you, she's going to beat you up.
Yes. I know. So, my friends used to be so scared to even come to the gate because they are so scared of something.
Oh man.
Oh God.
But the good thing is, I remember when we were in St. Augustine's during 20th May or 11th February, when we leave school to come to where we go to town, I'll bring about 15 friends, and all of them are going to have food. And sometimes I feel like she's sharing my things with them. Like I have to compete with those friends. My friends I bring or cousins, I have to compete with them. She'll give us the same amount of bread. Everything is the same, and we'll go back to school. Yeah. So sometimes I always feel like, why are you giving them? They have their parents. Yeah. But
that was not fair. And I tell her that till date, right? I tell her that till date. I'm going to take Ari Parker's comment, but I see Wills the Colon's comment is what I want to say. Her comment just came in time. Shout out to Mamiche for feeding the community. This woman, like my friends with whom I went to SAC, right? They know for sure that one thing I always say about my experience in St. Augustine is I was always hungry. Mamiche will respect because, Father Seka, may your soul rest in peace. Mamiche will respect Father Seka as if Father Seka is God. Because Father Seka says you cannot have Gary in school. There were things that you see other kids have those things. She will say, no, Father says you cannot bring those things. And the food in school was never enough for me. I am that child that goes to school and the first week my trunk is empty because I've eaten all my chin-chin, I've eaten all my chips, everything is gone, right? And the rest of the year I have to struggle through and wish that there is outing, then I can go to her and she will. Some people will think that, because my mom had a restaurant at the park, it means that I always know. Father Seka went to my mom's restaurant at the park one day and ate a chew and had a stain on his cassock. Came back on his shirt, not his cassock, point of correction. He had a stain on his shirt and came back to school. I know the stain of Achuna. Next, I am Mami Achu's daughter. If I see Achu's stain, I will know. Then I meet father on the hallway and I see that Achu stain. I know that father has been at my mother's restaurant. He did not even bring me bread. Like you go and eat my mother's restaurant, come back to school without even buying me bread. And so father, for sure, again, may his soul rest in peace. He was an amazing priest, an amazing principal. But one thing for sure that will never get deleted from my memory is how respectful Mamiche was of the rules that Father Seka said in SAC, or what the diocese said in SAC, that left me hungry almost the whole year when I was in that school. So is it? But she feeds the community.
Yeah.
People, their children who just left St. Augustine and went to Tabin, because we used to, the 20th May and 11 February, the march past was in Tabin at the field, the stadium, and they just see a pink shirt. Mamiche feeds every child she comes across.
Yeah.
Child.
Yeah, I remember Charlene and I were talking when she visited Maryland last week. We were talking about one of our cousins who always be the first to get home. By the time we get home from school, he has already eaten and he's watching his movie. I'm like, how did you get here before us? Are you already eating and you're watching your movie? He has already eaten and maybe they're already giving him his money and he's just sitting there, he's relaxing. But the good thing is that particular, I'm not going to call his name, that particular guy, I see the way he treats mom, and he deserves like, when they say retirement benefit, I know she's enjoying from him.
Yeah,
Like
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sure that she gets all this outpouring. Some people have gone away. Some people, again, what that woman did in Kumbu is outstanding, right? Some of the kids that she did feed, they took care of, paid hospital bills for, housed those who did not have anywhere to go after school, like school was closed, the people she housed in that house in Tabin, like the things she did. Some of those people, we don't need all of them. Not all of them need to come back to say thank you, but a good number of them do show her appreciation. Whenever they see her, they pour her love, and that is all she needs. So I bet that in her heart, she's reaping the benefits of being the good person she has always been. She's reaping that. I want to take Aripaka's comment, then we can go further.
Okay.
So she says, Mamiche woke Charlene and I at 7 a.m. yelling at us, right? So this woman, now which kind of foolish sleep did this sleep? Apparently, she had been calling for us a few minutes to wake up and and water the Njama in the garden, but we were pretending to be asleep. And yeah, that is her. I used to tell her, man, you're in the US here, right? No can will call me for bed for 6 o'clock. Where am I going to? I do not even have a job then, but she wants me to be out of bed at 6 a.m. I'm like, this is not Akum. We are in America, right? But she doesn't care. She's like, look up, come off that bed, do that. So a big shout out to her. You can see comments, right?
I see a few. I don't see all.
Let me see Vali's comment.
Says Mamiche is the ambassador of Achu and Waterfall and Ero in Kumbu. Oh, of course, for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of people in Kumbu who had their first Achu, had the opportunity to eat their first Waterfall and Ero, thanks to Mamiche.
Yeah. So if you're watching the show, please send, if you know Mamiche or you want to send a shout out to the mothers in your life, please drop it in the chat and we'll read that out.
Yes, and welcome Mamulu. We see Geraldine Che has joined. Happy Mother's Day to you. We gave your Mother's Day shout out already. You have to go watch it, because if I start talking again, I'm not gonna end. You know me, right? When I have the mic to talk about you, you know. So, happy Mother's Day to you too. Yeah, guys, I want more fun facts about Mamiche.
Let me see. I look, that woman, I don't know. She is I'm thinking of something. It's like every day is an event. But there's this fun. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would maybe think of something in the past on other than something of now. Think of something in the past. Some of your past experiences with her.
Oh, I don't know if it's my experience or her experience, But then I remember once I started going to the restaurant to help out when I was pretty young. So I remember once I went to the restaurant and this guy came and ate for about his bill was like in 50 francs. So he just threw the money there and was leaving. I was like, hey, Oga, you never finish your money. Oh. She insulted me and Alidu. So I jumped over the counter and I held him by his pants. I'm like, you are not leaving this place without
That 50
paying
francs.
that money, that 50 francs. So they called Mamiche. Mamiche was somewhere around the park. They called her and she came like, ah, everyone, what is it? I'm like, this man has refused to pay his money. She started speaking in the dialect. So even if he has not paid back, at least let his pants go back. I know she liked the fact that I did that because you cannot just come and eat and leave. And one thing about Maniche is I feel like she does not know how to collect her debts. I always ask her to let me be your debt collector. Let me go around and collect your debts. It's like, no, 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 no. So I know of people who be like, oh, come and get food, they will not pay. I'm like, Mamiche, let me handle these people. But she will
Mom,
never.
join the show. Mom, please let me know if you can join the show. I'll send you the link. Wait. So okay, let's take it. So Charlene says the only woman that doesn't need a mic,
Need a microphone.
the voice. Remember when we used to call the Pope? No, we used to
The
call the
Pope.
voice.
Yeah, the Pope, man. Then Vali say, shout out to Mama J, Mommy Le. Shout out second mother. Yes, shout out to Mommy Le.
Happy Mother's Day.
Mommy Le, happy Mother's Day to you.
Yeah. And then Geraldine comes back with shout out to Mamiche when she kicked Charlene on Xmas Day when she pretended to have fainted. So you see, this story keeps coming up. That is the only woman who knows her children so well. When you pretend to have fainted and she kicks your butt.
Like, get up from there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My eyes are tearing up. This is good. Oh, I see Elise. And she says, oh my God, I was talking to my mom about Mamiche today. Her achu was amazing. And because she cooked it so well, achu became my favorite meal. Happy Mother's Day. So, oh, thank you so much, Elise. Thank you so much. And yes, Mamiche's achu still remains the best. Like, it is, there's a way that it's a legacy actually. That one, nobody
Yeah.
gets up a game. Nobody. Mm-mm. So a big thank
Yeah.
you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Awesome. Mamuli, if you can join this show, let me know. I want to send you a link to join the show.
I see her. Oh, she wants to join the link. Did you send her the link?
Okay, I wanted to know if she wants to join first.
Okay.
Awesome. This is beautiful. Thank you. Please, people, send your shout out. Send your shout outs, your Happy Mother's Day shout out. We want to wish Happy Mother's Day to as many mothers out there as possible. Be it your mom, be it your wife, be it your sister, your friend, any person that you want to wish Happy Mother's Day to, please let us know.
So I just remember that there are times when I call Charlene and we don't have anything to talk. We just pretend that we are Mamiche and she'll speak in the dialect, I'll speak in the dialect, and we just laugh throughout the call, just pretending to be her for like that. So it's interesting. For those who don't know her, if you meet her, I know you're going to have a moment. You're going to be like, who is this woman? Who is this woman? And she does not want to be on Facebook, but she wants to see everything that's happening on Facebook. So
She doesn't want a Facebook account. Oh, Mamulu says you're driving. But if you're not the one on this, if you're not the
okay.
one on the steering, go ahead and go ahead and click the link and join. So if it's Daddy Mulu that is driving, you can still join.
Yeah,
Oh
happiest
God.
Mother's Day to all Jolly sisters in Tobin, of
Sisters of
Tobin.
Tobin.
Yes,
Yeah.
those
Community
mothers were
card.
just, yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to you people, Mrs. Ngenya. Of course, I cannot remember all the names, but happy Mother's
Yes,
Day to you
Madame
people.
Genyo. Mrs. Mba, all of those women,
Yep.
and all of those who are of late. So yeah, I
Yep.
think we're coming to the top of the hour.
No, Mamulu says she can join. We can today's
That
show.
she
We
can
can.
join.
Yes, I sent you a
Okay.
link to my talk chair extended Mamulu. You can use that. Just click on that link. It will show me
Okay.
here. There.
Okay.
So
Okay.
more fun facts. You told me that you could
Even
write a book.
Vali, do you want to join? Vali, do you want to
Who wants to
join?
again? We have the link. If you want to join, let us.
Yes, let me tell a fun fact about Mama Mabiche. Just call it Vali's name. So you know this vibe that when your children go out and they are abroad, they're going to they become big boys and girls. No, in Mamiche's house it doesn't happen. So I remember when I was doing internship in Bamenda. I was in Bamenda for 6 months. Then Vali was in Cameroon. He came. I was at GP Degodep. He came and he gave me a list of. He called me like, "I swear you." I'm like, "I'm at the office." He came. He gave me a list of tomatoes, okra, onion. Mamiche had sent him to go get these things, but he did not want to go get it by himself. So he came and he got me. So Mamiche does not care whether you're the president of America, the president of the Netherlands. You go and get her crayfish if she needs crayfish. You're going to do all those things if he needs them. So
Welcome to the
Mom,
first
enjoy.
of House of Check Girls. Welcome to the show, Mamulu. You're here to give your fun facts about Mamiche. Thank you for joining.
That's my earpiece. I cannot hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear now? You see now. You see what I say now? She's making her beauty face. She has joined the show and she's doing her fine girl stuff. You see her? I said it right.
So can you hear her? I can't hear her.
Hear her.
Yeah, I'm in, but I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. That's
Can you hear me?
yes.
We can hear you. Maybe your phone is connected to your car.
No, I'm not. I'm not in my car, so I can't connect to the car.
But we can hear you. No, but how do you respond to that? It means you can hear us
I
now,
hear,
right?
but really, 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 really faint. Let's see if I can connect to this car.
Okay.
So
Hey.
while she's connecting, let me mention that. So imagine like Vali had been in the like this big boy coming back from bush, a bush faller, and your mom will send you to go and get crayfish and okra and tomatoes and all of those things. Mamiche does not care. You know, you want to do those things. I'm still your mom. So this gentleman came and gave me the list. But if I wasn't available, he would go do it himself. So
What did Mamiche do about it?
you go and get it. All she needs is all she needs are the things that she wanted. So whether Vali got it by
Let me
himself
just go out and
or
enjoy my show. I can't hear you. It's fine.
All right. We thank you so much for attempting, though. We appreciate.
yeah.
Send your fun facts in the comments, please, if you can.
Yeah, I don't have an earpiece. I don't know, but my volume should be. I don't know why.
We can hear you properly, like really well.
Just talk, we can hear you.
My everything is Anyway, let me leave and then I'll just follow the show. I'll follow up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I see Vali has joined. Welcome to the show.
Vali, we can't see you.
Are you sure?
Now we can see
I
you.
see you now. I see you now. I see you now. For a minute, you just sounded like Pache. Come on. That was too close.
No, good evening, everybody. There's something I want to correct the fact here. Ice. I was not sent to go and get tomato and onion. I did not want to.
You were sent to go and get okra, my friend.
Listen, let me speak. I don't have a problem going to the market to get anything, but I don't want going to the market with Mamiche because that is a whole day's job. That is why whenever she talks about going to the market to buy whatever, I find some other person who can do it. Because you go with Mamiche in the market, you will walk by. She will walk all the market. You know, at times she still thinks she's in Kumbu. She will walk through all the market, greeting people, pricing things. I don't know. So It's not because that bush fella doesn't go to bush market. I don't do that. But you did not tell your story correctly.
Anyway, I said people perceive, but Mamiche does not.
Yeah, but
So
yeah, like I said initially, Mamiche is Mamiche, if you understand what I mean.
Mm.
Mamiche once held Philip Sai at the roundabout in Tobin, who were going to socials in school, all dressed up. Philip could not imagine that Mamiche would do such, but Mamiche held him and even, tore the button, beat him up. That why are you disturbing my sister? And Philip was like, what is happening? But that is Mamiche.
The
To
shop.
Mamiche, every child was her child, and she could beat you up at any time. Same as she could feed you, she could beat you up.
Yeah.
That is
yes.
Mamiche. Discipline was I don't know if she was in public service, she would have made a very, very good disciplinary master in school. So,
She will not be a very good one. I think she'll be too wild a discipline master. She's gonna beat people too much.
no,
I don't think
but
I want her to be a discipline.
in our era when we were growing up, those who succumb to that discipline are those who are somewhere today.
Yeah.
Those who did not want to succumb to that discipline,
Um,
today they wish they did.
they did. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, so
That's true.
it was the way of straightening people back then. It doesn't apply today, but in our era, that was the way.
Yeah, that's true. Mamiche is a force to reckon with, I would say. She's just that one woman that sometimes when I think about her, I'm like, I remember there was a day she beat me, and you know how when they cut back from the market and they soak the napkins that they use they
Yeah.
soak it in a bucket, right? This woman beat me and I ran and she picked up that bucket and she shot me with the napkins and the water and this woman. The things she would do. Bless her heart.
No, but it is for some of you guys, you would have your stories that would have gaps, right? But
Yeah.
remember, I am the one that lived with Mamiche all through. From class 1
That's
in primary
true.
school up to upper 6,
Yes,
lived with
that's
Mamiche.
true.
So yeah, so I'm the only one. Well, Geraldine as well.
Yeah. Anyway, but by the time we grew up, Geraldine was already going to Bambili. So you are the one person that we saw in the house
Yeah,
all
exactly.
through, all the way, because by the time Geraldine was already in Bambili and stuff. So yeah, I
Exactly.
know it's actually true.
Exactly. So when I tell you about Mamiche, I'm saying this from with some degree of experience. But if you ask me, one of the things that really marks me about Mamiche is that she set a standard where she would compare me to other people on the positive side, but would not compare me to other people on the negative side. I'll give you an example.
Yep.
I grew up in that era where it was a big deal to be able to drive your mother's car.
Mm-hmm.
Mamiche had a Jaguar. Mamiche she could not even fathom the fact that she could let me drive at 15, 16. And I had another friend who was driving the mother's car, the father's car. And each time Mamiche asked me, hey, look at your test paper, look at your report card. Why couldn't you be like the person that was first? And I'm like, okay, Reme, I would want to be like that person. But why can't I be like the person who is driving their mother's car? And that's where the fight will start, right? But at some point, and I learned that lesson now that I have kids. At some point, Mamiche had to negotiate with me. Because when I tell people, I did not really grow up in an environment where I could have practiced for Formula One. Otherwise, Lewis Hamilton would not see where I go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my prowess behind the steering wheel today is because I started driving Mamiche's car at the age of 15.
Mm-hmm.
We would fight about it. She would beat me. We would fight about it. She would lock the gate, and I would duplicate the key. I'll have my own key to the gate. She would always come and hear that they saw me with her car in Tadu. They saw me with her car over. They always see me with her car. She doesn't know how I take it out. But I always did that. And she never reconciled the fact that she could just like, okay, since you are too interested in this and you don't want to stop, let's just arrange it so that you can learn how to drive. It
Yeah.
was still a no till the very end. Till when I left for university, Mamiche was still no. But I started driving her car when I was in Form 3. I would take it on Saturdays and go to school for, just
Saturday
to go and mess
classes.
around. Yeah, Saturday classes and do things like that. But Mamiche would say no. And now I understand why she did what she did. I understand, but then I did not understand. So happy Mother's Day to Mamiche.
Yeah.
Mamiche is the iron fist, that
Yes.
kept me at bay, that kept me on track. Inside there's a velvet glove, but trust me, the iron fist was much more visible. So happy Mother's Day
Yeah.
to Mamiche and every other mother out there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. And you just said
Thank
something
you for joining our show.
right? The comparison part is something that I think she did it a lot with all of us. So she will compare, she will do her comparison again. These days we say, hey, do not compare. Maybe she did that a lot. She knew that there were things that her children were great at if you compare to other kids. But the one thing that she will remind you of is the thing that you are not good at, right? So she will
Yeah.
compare me with people like this other. I have friends at my meeting. All she did was compare me with them, and it pissed me off so bad. I used to talk to her about it. I would be so mad, but that is one thing she did. And for sure, what that did to me as a person is it kind of reminded me as I was growing up, especially when I went to university, like, hey, this is the image people have of you. Anybody, when you hear Solange Chair on the no, they used to call me then Chair Solange. Anybody hears Chair Solange, they hey, that's strong, hey, talkie one. That is the image. Because even as my mom, she made people know that I was stubborn. I remember the discipline master in lycée, they would punish me. I kneel down in front of their office for hours, especially when I retook the advanced level. They stressed me out in that place in lycée. I would kneel down and I was so clean coming from SAC. I wear my white socks. But they'll make me kneel down for like 2 hours. Now I ask why. But she will not never utter a word because according to her, those people are doing their job. She was not that mother that will go to school and fight a teacher, a principal, or a discipline master for
Yeah.
discipline kids because she believed that those people were doing their job. There were times I
Yeah.
felt like she was underestimating some of the harm that these people were doing on kids, especially physically by beating and stuff like that, right? But she's that one person that trusted the school system.
She trusted the system. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I mean, if you complain to Mamiche that, or if Mamiche came to school and you were being punished, there's a very high chance that when you get home, she will punish you again.
Punish you again.
Punish you again. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's woman. And I see Mamulo has a comment here. She says, Mamiche was working with Babs, I guess as Babila, behind her in the market, and didn't know that Babila was behind crying, right? So Mamiche talks to Mamisa and she's like, Bo, you know the kind face way they follow you. Oh my God. Oh my God. This man, they lived like Tubin. Tubin was an amazing place to grow up in.
Yep.
Tubin was a good
Yeah.
place. It was a good community to grow up in. And I'm
Okay,
not sure.
let me leave your show.
Oh,
Crash
sure.
it. Make a
Thank you
correction.
so much. We appreciate you for joining and sharing your thoughts. And
You have a
again,
nice
thank
bye.
you.
Yeah. Thank you and have a wonderful Mother's Day, Mother.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So, hey, greetings, my friend and brother, Robert. For Robert, thanks for joining the show. I hope you're doing well. Yes, we've hit an hour, Solange, except you have another topic to talk about. I think we've come to the top of the hour.
Yes, that is it. Again, once more, we want to thank all of you who showed up here today as we celebrate Mother's Day. We ourselves, we celebrate Mother's Day. We celebrate the mothers in our lives. We celebrate our sisters, our friends, and all those who celebrate Mother's Day today. And to take this off, I want to wish a happy Mother's Day again to all those mothers. Again, this is repetition, but this is how important it is to me. To all those mothers who are doing motherly duties to children that are not their biological children. You people are special. Like being able to be so selfless, to be able to, I know what I go through, the kinds of things I have to take as a mother, the kinds of emotional stretches, emotional blackmail that I get as a mother. And you be putting yourself in a position where you have to deal with that and take it and still be a good mom to whichever kid or to the kid you're looking after. I want to say thank you for all you do and to wish you a happy Mother's Day as well. I also want to take this opportunity to pray for all those who want to be mothers and are trying to have babies. Sometimes we forget to know that there are people out here, there are women out here who want to be mothers, but for some reason or the other, they're struggling. Sometimes we judge them. We look them with that bombastic side eye, like Haley says sometimes. We feel like, hey, what are they doing? We go around and we say things that do not even, even the things are not even true because we have grown up to think that every woman grows up endowed with that ability to have a child. There are some women who have these challenges, who naturally are challenged by the child giving, the birthing process. I want to pray for all of you today. I want to, again, especially I'm saying the women who want children, because we also mistaken this a lot and say, hey, happy mothers, that, hey, every woman, it is not every woman that wants to have a child. So we're praying for those women who want to have children, that God may bless them, or whatever spirit they believe in should bless them with that gift of a child. I believe that every of such woman in the world deserves that opportunity to be a mom, to be a mother. And I pray that this time next year we get to celebrate you too. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Thank you so much, Mange. We see you. Ice already wished you happy Mother's Day, Mommy San. It looks like you're joining us today. That I guess you're the only one that has not given you a fun fact about Mamiche. We see your life. But thank you so much for joining.
That
We
one is a good girl. She does not have any fun fact.
Which one, Sandrine? Hey, God. So you know what she does, right? She's the intermediate. How do you call it again?
Mm,
The mediator,
the mediator.
family gossip. She's the one that if you don't want Mamiche to, if you have something to tell Mamiche, you don't want to tell her straight up. Tell Sandrine. Sandrine will help you. She's a mediator. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Mommy San. Thank you so much. So, Ice, your closing remarks.
So, just to thank everyone. I think this was exciting to have some of our siblings join the show, even though my mom did not get to talk. But then thank Vali for joining. It's this fun when we meet, as siblings we fight, but then we always also laugh a lot, and that is how it is. Even though we laugh a lot, there's still a lot of that coolness and respect amongst us. So it's always fun to be together. So, to all these ladies out here, as we mentioned, we pray amen to the prayers. I don't have to repeat what you've said. So, until next week, we're going to meet again with a very exciting topic. If you have different topics that I want us to talk about, please send those to us through a Facebook Messenger, either to Solange or myself, and we'll bring that to life. Thank you. Have a wonderful week ahead, and
Ice, what
be
about
kind to each
Pache?
other.
Could we talk about Mamiche for so long and you did not mention your dad?
I mentioned Pache. That Pache called me. I was talking to Mamiche the other day, and he was like, he was shouting in the background, "Hi, Ice, Ice, how are you doing?" So he said,
Okay.
"Icy." Now Pache is a cool dad, He's
A
a
big
cool
shout out
gentleman
to
that does not want
Pache.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah, a big
Yep.
shout out to
Because
him as well. I want you to give him
yeah,
a shout out, man. I think he deserves one. Being for all the things that we've said about Mamiche, right? Imagine the one that has lived with her for it's getting
oh
to
man,
6 years, right? I think that
yeah,
he deserves some accolades.
yeah. A big shout out to that man because to marry Mamiche can be work. Yeah, to be that cool and always in his gentleman mannerism. It's I think, but also I feel like he is the guy that you always need somebody that can get you grounded, and he's that person that will keep her grounded. Because if you bring up kids like this, both biological and also extended family members that have come across our home, it's difficult. That can only happen if you have
A
a
good
man by
relationship.
you or husband that keeps you grounded and you don't go above what you're supposed to do. So a big shout out to Mr. Che Senior.
Yep. Big shout
Yep.
out to Mr. Che, to Pache, our famous Pache.
Yeah.
Big shout out
Yeah.
to you for being an amazing husband to the mother we celebrate today. Again, the two of you have done a beautiful job. We are mothers today and being celebrated today thanks to you two and thanks to the values that you two endowed in us. So we appreciate you.
Yeah.
We love you. Thank you, Marceline, for joining. Bye bye, Mamulu. Enjoy your chop. Bon appetit. We thank you.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you next week. Stay tuned and bye bye. Have fun and be safe and be good to each other. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye.